What is up, YouTube? It's your boy Joe Barber. Today's Saturday. I'm home and had a long 16 days of working in a row. But I just took a shower and I'm getting ready. It's Halloween today. I don't have anything planned, but I do have a dope Freddy Krueger outfit. So I'm gonna put a video up later on. I was just thinking right now. I was just I tend to just have my me time. I don't watch TV. Try to read books and try to educate myself a lot more to mature. And that's why I come online and share with y'all guys, because a lot of things hit me while I'm thinking. And I'm constantly thinking as a barber, businessman, and just a believer in God, and just trying to educate other people and share experiences. No matter how bad things may seem, it can always be worse. It can always be worse. Believe me. But I really want to just share with you guys, no matter like the trials and tribulations that I go through, I'm being a lot more mature with my emotions and controlling my anger, controlling my frustration, controlling my, making sure I have more patience, making sure that I process a lot of the things that are going on in my life. Because sometimes I feel like I'm up and I'm just like, yo, this is dope. And then sometimes I feel like, damn, man, like, why is this happening to me? And I try not to attract any negative. I just really, when people tailgate me, when people, have just bad vibes, man, I try to just avoid it and not like interact and not engage in any way. I don't go out. I don't drink. I don't do drugs. I don't like go, I don't involve myself in a lot of those kind of things. And yeah, people invite me to go do stuff, but a lot of times I'm just like, you know what, man? I think about it. I'm like, if I go there, I'm going to be there to this time. After 10 o'clock in San Antonio, there's just a lot of dirties out there that'll take you out, bro. And they're looking for people just to, whether it's if they want to steal your car, or whether they just don't like that you were dressed nice, or whatever the case may be. I feel like there's a lot of people out there broken and they just don't know no better, man. They don't care. They don't love themselves. So how are they going to respect and love you, a stranger? You know what I'm saying? So either you become a threat or you become a target. And not to say that I live in fear, or that I live in this box of like not wanting to go anywhere. But unless it's going to serve like a major purpose, I feel like, you know what, it's better just to stay home. Now, today's Halloween. A couple of barbers that I know are having like a party. So I might, my boys, he's a DJ. So I might go swing by and just chill and see what's up. But I wanted to tell you guys that in my experience and being a barber and being an owner and all that kind of stuff, I've experienced a lot of ups and downs. And one piece of advice that I'm going to give you guys is that I want you guys to like not be so hard on yourself, forgive yourself, because we're all growing, we're all learning weekly, monthly, but you have to hold yourself accountable. You can't blame anybody, man. If you don't get out of the rut you're in, if you feel like you're not making enough money, if you feel like you're not performing at your best, or like your haircuts are not the greatest, or don't be so hard on yourself, but at the same time, hold yourself accountable and be like, okay, I only made this much money this week. How many hours did I put in? How many times did I promote? How many times did I email? How many times did I pass out flyers, business cards? Because at the end of the day, no one's going to come save us, bro. It's just you. And if you don't make those changes and you don't mature enough to hold yourself accountable, you're going to end up in the same spot every time, and you're just going to be miserable. And if you're miserable and you're not performing, people come to you when you have good energy. And yeah, your haircuts are going to be dope, but you got to blend right. And yes, you got to do all that. But I assume that a lot of y'all out there that are watching this video are barbers that already know how to cut. Y'all guys may be in a point in your career or your life where you're like, man, this is not fun anymore. You have to challenge yourself. Whether it's not even about the money so much, but whether it's like challenge yourself to do better haircuts, to master another skill, whether it's designs, whether it's shear work, whether it's, learning how to flip your comb better, learning how to hold your comb better when you're using shears, different size of shears, like doing eyebrows, doing, facials. There's always ways to make money in this industry. If you want to sit down and think about what's missing, do that. What is missing in your station? what do you think is missing in, 50,000 stations in America that barbers can use, and try to create that. Whether it's t-shirts, come up with an idea for t-shirts. I mean, come up with a barber clothing line that people will rock. There's a lot of stuff, whether it's product, whether it's gear, whether it's like shoelaces, whatever it is, that a barber always has to dress in a way to where people know you're a barber. That's one thing that I recommend to a lot of barbers. But regardless, you have to have multiple streams of income when it comes to being an entrepreneur. And whether it's like, okay, I'm cutting hair, but I'm also making money off of YouTube, I'm also making money off of Instagram, I'm also making money off of whatever. And even if you have like a little store on OfferUp, and you're just selling, whether it's barber equipment or chairs or like going to yard sales, whatever it is, artwork. I mean, there's plenty of things. And read books, man. Readers are leaders. If you want to become a leader and stop being a follower, read books. Think about what you need in your life and what your weaknesses are, and work on them. Excuse me. So that's what I've been doing a lot more of, is reading books and trying to align myself with where I want my future to be. I want to be a millionaire. I want to put in the work. I wake up at 5. I read. I do my morning routine. I eat my breakfast like around 7 or 8. I head to the barbershop. I try to do everything that I can. I visualize myself and what kind of life I want. I write down a lot of things, a lot of ideas. I network. I talk to a lot of barbers that are owners. I talk to a lot of people that are school owners. And I want to hang out with millionaires, which I have friends that are millionaires. So I want to hang out with them. Yeah, granted, they do other things, whether it's they already own businesses, car dealerships, poker players, basketball players. They're all millionaires in their own right. Like, they're not making $100 million a year, but they make over $1 million a year. So they're a millionaire. And I don't mind being a 1 millionaire. That's cool with me. But I want to get to that point. And I have to act like it and think like it and be around those kind of people. I don't want to associate with people that are not thinking that way, because then I feel like it's not that I'm against that so much more than I feel like I'm going to revert back to that myself. Like, because I get comfortable and I just, I don't want to do that. So the people that you hang around with, 9 times out of 10, that's what you're going to become. So those are changes that need to be made in order for you to get to that goal. Now, are you going to be happy? That's the question you got to ask yourself. Whatever it is that you're chasing, are you going to be happy? Are you going to be at peace? And sometimes you may lose, family. You might lose friends. You might lose your spouse when you're chasing this dream, or when you're chasing this goal of yours. Because some people, they don't see it and they think you're obsessed. They think you're crazy. They're like, why don't you just like where you live? Or why don't you just like the car that you have? Or why don't you like your situation? Just, just accept it and just, that's cool. And some of us, we're not like that. We're like, no, I could do more. I can learn more. I can make more. So for those guys, if you're seeing this video, man, I'm telling you, don't be so hard on yourself. Don't give up and don't get frustrated, but hold yourself accountable. Write stuff down and match your numbers up and be like, man, I didn't cut as many. If you have a target and you're like, okay, when I want to make $1,500 this week. And okay, how many haircuts do you have to do in that week in order for you to hit that number? Then if you don't hit that number on a Monday, right, the number you're supposed to, because you divide whatever it is by the number of days you're going to work, that one cut has to carry over to the next day. But if you surpass the number, you still go hard, because that's just a plus. So, I mean, I'm just trying to give y'all some tips, man, because a lot of times the game is to be sold, not to be told. People want to get paid for giving y'all tips and dropping gems. But at the same time, I'm like, look, man, I know what it feels like to not have clients. I know what it feels like to only do 1 haircut in 1 day. And I know what it feels like to do 2 haircuts and get paid 8 G's for those 2 haircuts. I know what that feels like. So the possibilities are endless. There's people out there that got bread and that are willing to pay for the right person to cut their hair. And it's not even about the haircut being perfect. It's about the energy you bring, how you look, how you carry yourself, and the confidence that you have in yourself. You know, a lot of people that are, you know, cutting celebrities, I look at their haircuts and I'm like, that's not a perfect haircut, but it's good enough to get paid. And not all of us cut perfect haircuts, you know what I'm saying? And but of course, it's easy to say that when you're on the other side of the screen. It's easy to say that when you're in the comfort of your own home or the comfort of your own shop. When you're traveling and you're cutting hair in Beverly Hills, or you're cutting hair in New York, and you're going to be put in tough situations. There's pressure. You know, you got to buckle down and get it all together and make it happen if you want to get paid. Whether if you have to fly, whether you have to drive whatever amount of miles, you have to deliver. So just hold yourself accountable, man. And I hope y'all doing good. I hope y'all blessed out there. And just stay focused. Just stay focused. Lock in.